Blending modes in Photoshop allow you to change the characteristics of pixels on a layer from normal to modes like dissolve, lighten, multiply, hard light, and more. The blending mode of a layer can be changed at any time and can always be reverted back to the normal mode, while the blending mode of a stroke or paint bucket fill cannot be changed after it's made. Here I have a file in which I can test the effects of some blending modes with a dark circle, a lighter color circle, and two squiggly layers with another color. The most commonly used blending mode, at least in my experience in coloring comics or making digital illustrations, are the dark, light, and lighting sections, as I've dubbed them. This so-called dark section, all of which tend to make the layer darker in some way, includes darken, multiply, color burn, linear burn, and darker color. The light section, which makes the layer lighter in some way, is lighten, screen, color dodge, linear dodge, and lighter color. The lighting section simulates different effects of real world lighting. So that's overlay, soft light, hard light, vivid light, linear light, pin light, and hard mix. Now you probably noticed, but as I scroll through the modes again, Photoshop will preview the effect, and the range of effects is really wide. Those effects also change accordingly if I change the color of these pixels on top or of the circle itself. So let's show you a few effects. On the lighter circle, I can set the squiggly layer here to multiply, and it sets this top layer to multiply the darkness by the layer or multiple layers below it. You can see where the squiggle layer is outside the lighter circle, the pixels are unchanged, but the overlapping pixels are darker. On the darker circle with the lighter color squiggle, if I select the blending mode screen, the lighter color will knock out the shape of the squiggle from the circle in this lighter yellow color. Part of the squiggle seems to disappear against the white background. That's because white can't be made any lighter of a color, so those pixels simply turn white. If I drastically change the color of either the top or lower layer, the effect also changes. You can experiment with using blending modes for a number of effects, and you could also lessen the intensity of each effect by also changing that layer's opacity. In this file, which uses lots of layers and blending modes, I use the blending mode called Divide to turn this bright aqua color into this dusty, like electric pink color when laid over this water. I also apply it over the entire illustration to try and add that sort of singed electric color effect. There is no wrong blending mode to use as long as it provides the effect that you're looking for. And as with all of tools in Photoshop, experimenting with it is just the best way to learn.